start the Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Sorry that we can't meet again because I had to shift the meeting and I know it would have caused inconvenience to others. I understand. Sorry about it. And anyway, I don't want to waste time. We will quickly get on to the meeting because last time Roland has sent the minutes up to the point where the quorum was. So I want somebody to propose the minutes up to that point and somebody to second. Somebody who can propose it up to the point that the quorum.
Yeah, I proposed last time, so I'll propose up to that point.
Okay, like somebody who can second it.
I will second it. It's taking time.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Kirti, now next is we go through the committees. That's how we doing now. So this is the first risk and sustainability. We have an agenda for that. I'm sure you would have gone through the minutes. Take the matters arising first and come into the agenda because we have some important decisions to be taken regarding the sale of land, the car, and the audited accounts. If you can take it up, then quickly go run through the meeting first.
You want me to start, is it?
Yes, yes. Risk and sustainability. That's the agenda is there. It says that.
Are we talking about the matters arising as well?
Yes.
Can I quickly, I noted a few things. Can I quickly go through that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that confirmation of minutes under that, that I requested the last line, I requested the president to make sure that any future meetings will not end up, will end up, it should be not end up that way, no?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that
Not
was
has
because
to-
the quorum was not there, because
Yeah,
we should
so
have the
the-
quorum from the beginning to
So it
the
should-
end. So,
Yeah, it should not end up like that. Not will end up that way. That need to be corrected.
you are talking about the corrections. Okay.
Yeah, the corrections, yes. Corrections.
May Gopalan make a note of it. We'll have to-
And also regarding this the EPF ETF matter, I think according to the minutes, it says the Secretary General said that he had virtual discussion with authorities. Are you going to take this up under any other agenda?
No, under the risk now, it's coming there, no?
Oh, okay, fine. All right.
Risk and sustainability finances, yeah.
Okay.
Keith will brief on it.
Okay, fine. Thank you. That's all I have.
Then shall I go ahead with this presentation?
Yes, please. Yeah. Keith, you can take that matters also.
I will run fast. If there's anything else, we'll take it up also. And the accounts, with regard to the accounts, now today I saw your mail and I sent a mail to Ajit also. A few things are still pending, that we have to quickly finish that. And once we do that only, I think we can decide the date for the AGM that we will discuss further. The valuation of Payagal only became a bit of an issue because what happens is there were so many items and the valuer wants to separate them. So then he will come one day and do the valuation. But of course, after that, there was a COVID issue and Ajit could not go. Now he has a further issue on the vehicle also. So then this is something, that I let Ajit comment during his presentation. This is also one other thing, I believe in relation to the CEO matter, since, that office is not fully functioning, that also can be a reason. So that again, probably make sure that Ajit give his comments on that one. This one, with regard to the Industry 4.0 thing, there is some good thing happened last time in our session. There was a director who's in charge of the industry policy as well as the Industry 4.0, that area. She was there, participated the full session, and she was very impressed with that whole thing. And she has now requested me whether we can share the proceedings of that meeting with some of the other industries. Then I spoke to Dr. Rama and Prem and the team. They said no, if the Ministry of Industry wants it, might as well we will do another session, because then we can explain better if they have any questions or anything like that. So then we will have opportunity to answer. So now I drafted a letter and sent to them. They have circulated with the. Now they also, the Ministry of Industries also has a steering committee, which has the industry members are representing, and of course different sectors will be represented there also. So therefore, if we have a session with them, that will be very good. And Ajit, of course, sent me a APO program information with regard to the Industry 4.0. I just applied, and of course, even it was applied also, I think, after the deadline. But however it is, it was selected, and Ajit also, I think, he sent communications to the productivity NPO, that is the National Productivity Institute, and that session also very good. I think out of that also we can learn something. But if any board members are interested, I think I should not take time in the board to explain all that. But we can have another session. This probably can lead to some other new projects which we can attract or propose and things like that. And I'm also planning, some more information and get all the information from that session also, and put it to a document and pass it to Ajit. So he also can try to, write for various donors and things like that, and see how we can support in the Industry 4.0 area. So far, the good thing is there is no competition to us or anything like that. And we have one of the best teams. And now this Rama and Dr. Prem, they have started working with Bangladesh and Vietnam also. That's also going well. So that will be a additional plus point, since they have a lot of Asian experience. This we discussed, I just kept it, under this old tags, I kept it. These two webinars also, I don't think now it's the time. Probably next year, we will try to do both these events. I think the developments right now in the country also very different. So therefore, I don't know whether the environment also exactly right for those. So let's see a little bit of, calmness is required for this kind of thing. So that we will do. So these are the other projects that we started. I think, these are ongoing. Ajit, you can report with regard to this one, where the registered people as informed or the progress there. Then this also, which we have discussed last.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, just to give you an update, we recently had a had under FITIS, Federation of Under FITIS, we actually had this awards ceremony, which was essentially the Digital Transformation Awards,
Yes.
which was essentially the whole theme behind it was migrating enterprises, that
Yeah.
is migrating non-IT enterprises from Industry 3.0 to 4.0.
Okay.
And we recognized companies that actually had taken projects or taken initiatives to move from Industry 3.0 to 4.0.
Yeah.
They have identified this Cognizant framework, which is the framework which is globally kind of being positioned. We have, FITIS has kind of customized it to more of a Sri Lankan context, and we identified that, and based on that, we gave in awards. Now, there were these, everything from Sri Lankan Airlines to all the banks to everyone was there in that tent. They also, one of the things that we have kind of we have suggested to them is that we can also support you all in this whole journey of moving your enterprise from 3.0 to 4.0.
Yeah.
Now, is there any way that we can link this program up with this participant?
Yeah, definitely.
Right? And do something together? That might be very useful, because we had all the top corporates coming in for the award ceremony.
That's good. Actually, now in the one what I took part, there we discuss more of how to link up the service sectors and things like that. Now, Singapore, there was a presenter, a professor. He shared a lot of experiences, even from coffee shops to various service supporting organizations, how they have improved with the. But again, for the IT companies, one area, Internet of Things, IA, all kind of things are related to their area. Now, IT companies are strong in that area. Sometimes they are not strong in various other HR areas, supply chain or something like that. Those areas can be strengthened with this kind of a program. So we will do, Abbas, I will invite you. Actually, only Tusita took part from our board members for our sessions.
Sure.
Next time, definitely you join, because then you will get an idea. But in the meantime, I will share you with the last presentation and the YouTube link of that.
I got an idea about the program. I've got an idea about the program. We've been discussing Industry 4.0 with ICT also for a long time now.
Yeah.
And there is a practical approach that we are trying to see on how we could practically push. Now, the whole objective for us is pushing our companies, that is Sri Lankan non-IT companies, to move towards Industry 4.0, right?
Yeah.
So there is a whole lot of, even ICT has put aside a thumping budget to help these companies, train the people, and everything is connected to us. Now, we recently also had Western Province, this whole ICT launch program in that under Industry 4.0, how to utilize digital government in industry, right? For corporates, how to utilize digital government, plus how to actually automate themselves. Everything was discussed. So there is probably at any given point to move towards Industry 4.0. Every year there's about close to 20 to 25 programs which happen.
Yeah.
Now, so of course, so that area, what we could do is we could actually, if we could actually have a program, and for these participants who are very keen on what can I say, not expanding, but speeding up. Right, speeding up the whole automation process. Now, for example, Dialog was one of the award winners. They have done some fantastic stuff in terms of moving to Industry 4.0, but they've also moved only transformed maybe 30 to 35% of the operations still to Industry 4.0.
Yeah.
Right. So of course, if this team can actually provide kind of practical insights as to help these organizations that have already won some award, if we can have a session on that. But how is this? How are these groups in terms of practical implementation? Are they more theoretical, or are they more practical?
No. Actually, what happens is, now this is something. Now, the first one, what we did was the assessment thing. Because they like the Dr. Ramanathan and their team, of course, they got into 8 segments. 8 determinants they has taken as important. So there is no theory to say that these 8 determinants. But in in one of the presentations of APO session, some Chinese guy, he's based in original Chinese person, but they operate in Vietnam and few other places. He presented, in his case, what happens is, they have taken 4 determinants and gone to sub-determinants. So like that, it is little bit different from person to person or organization to organization. Somebody looking at it can see differently. But however it is, the important things are the Internet of Things, IT background, the how they can, without using manual things, how they can use automated systems, things like that is only important. And our one, little towards more of, the production area. So like industry. So now if your one is taking, we have to bring in some examples of service also. Yeah, but the APO
it was not for service only. For example, you had even people like, so there are more, I would say 60% of it was service.
Yeah.
We also had a lot of product companies like Hella Clothing, like I think one of the other MS was there, a few other industry related guys also were there. But I think, okay, so I think it will be a good mix and match because they are talking more on the technical point of view. We were kind of analyzing it in the aspects of how you go about actually implementing. So usually when you talk about a solution of moving to Industry 4.0, that solution could have AI involved, could have IoT involved, could have multiple technologies involved towards a specific outcome. And that outcome is what you need to kind of convert. So you have got digital organizations also that convert. So I think it's a very long subject area. But good. Let's see how we can work together and actually expose, have one session for these award winners. Also, if I can share maybe the award winners, and we could actually have one session with this group with those award winners, it will be, I think, a very productive kind of thing. Or if we could include them into one of the sessions.
We will do this. We will do that one with the Ministry of Industries one, and I will tell Dr. Ramanathan and Prem both to bring in some examples related to, say, if Sri Lankan is there, some airline example. Then if there are IT companies, some IT related.
And no IT companies here. No IT companies. There were no IT companies.
Right.
Because this is all for recipients. So it won't be any IT companies. It was all banks, airlines, manufacturing organizations. So IT companies were banned from coming in for the awards because IT companies are the suppliers.
Oh,
so
right.
IT companies were not allowed. It was only non-IT companies that were recipients, that were users, adopters of technology.
Okay, then it's much easier because what happens in like service sector and the manufacturing sector, both guys are there, so we'll take them.
Right.
Yeah,
sure.
Very interesting subject, Katie. We have to discuss this. I should have a separate this thing. Shall we move on to the next because of the time constraint?
Sure. As you let me know, just let me know about these companies also. Like, if you send me the list of the companies, then I can forward it to Dr. Ramanathan and say, these are the companies. Then, we should touch everyone when there is a forum also, no, Abbas?
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, they will feel, this is not for us. This for only manufacturing, different companies. Not we are not in this kind of attitude. Okay.
Exactly. Now, David Pieris was one of the companies that won an award. So it was all those kind of companies.
Okay. Sure.
We'll move to the
Then, with regard to the countermeasure thing, we are going to have another session on the 21st. I'll send you invitations to our board members also. You can take part. Now here, this session will be totally the people who's involved or the manufacturers involved in the plastic area. Plus, and one company has determined here, or rather they have named 10 companies as the biggest polluters. To share some knowledge with you, the number one was Nestle. The number two was Coca-Cola. So, I mean, their products is always goes out to the environment and finally goes to the rivers and they goes to the sea. So therefore, we have invited them also. This also will be an interesting session. Again, Tusita was very supportive last time. Tusita, I will send you this invitation also. Please be there and, you know, get some of the packaging institute, your guys who's into production of, you know, various plastic items also to come here. So then this will be more focus on this one, and some questions also will be sent early in this before this event. So then they can think of that and, you know, come to the event with answers to some of those questions also.
Actually, Kirti, just to add, I'm surprised you mentioned the two names. Nestle and Coca-Cola, both are our members.
Yes.
And the Coca-Cola, of course, definitely they have a CSR project. They collect all even the plastics.
Yeah.
They are spending, they have collection centers also. And
Yeah.
all their Coca-Cola bottles are collected and recycled. Very strange. I think I can bring Laksha. You let me know. I think that we are running out of time. I'll talk to you first.
I'll send
I'll
to this
talk to you.
invitation. You can send the details to me. Then I can, you know, put as personalize the invitation and send it to them.
Yeah,
Or
please
either
do.
if you can share, yeah, that's also fine. No problem. So this also again a very important area in terms of you know, our FCCSL or IL also, because the thing is, you know, we can identify business people in the region and you know, make them to start businesses in the areas of recycling, reprocessing, starting up with those things which can be recycled, new products manufacturing, all that possibilities. I think if we do something like that, so then we are covering a very large area of circular, like, I mean, so the moving
Circular
from
economy.
one step ahead by eliminating pollution and, you know, achieving more sustainable development goals also in the process. So this is also one of the old things. So in addition to this one, I think I missed one slide somewhere. That is about the Norwegian embassy thing. So here we had two meetings. The previous ones we had before also. And now this lawyer advised, you know, that one thing we had to update the board about this situation, and they say the EC also to be updated, so that we have to take steps when we have the next event, you know, we can update them, or either we have a Zoom meeting with them and update them. And so these are the first 3 points previously discussed. And, you know, I just added EC here, and the risk and sustainability and the strategy jointly. We had 2 meetings, and of course the lawyer will send some details to us, how to advising what needs to be done in our answer to them. And almost all the information what is required been sent to them as it is.
You
So
have
that-
sent to the lawyers.
Yes.
Kirti, may I update one more thing?
Yes.
We have to produce to the lawyer the constitution during that period of time, that at the
Yes.
point of signing until we changed.
Yeah.
They want that because,
I got that
as you-
also from Mr. Gopal and Rohita.
sorry?
I got that also from Mr. Gopalan.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
I can share that also with them. So then they have the previous one as well as the current one both. Yes. Yeah, that's all from me, madam.
All right, that is okay. Now, that is, we have to take, I came under the list, the Goa land, there is an issue. there is a squatter there. And I think Dhammika has sent some details about the squatter. Can you brief on that, Ajit?
In fact, Shirley and the board, it's nothing new to say. It's all about there was a time that some people wanted to set up a small cottage kind of a thing, and then we lodged an entry. And actually, then at that point of time, they said there is a court case that they have lodged against the owners of the entire land, which is undivided actually. And then they gave a number, and that number, that's what the Dhammika managed to get the court case. I think that is against somebody from against someone by someone to against someone. Some people where FCCISL is not a party. So I think they wanted to confuse the situation there. Only they used it. There can be, I don't know, because we have not measured, we have not demarcated the boundaries. There can be something inside that small portion, but still, according to Dhammika's information, we are not a party. So that actually I had to go to Galle and take up the matter again with the police, saying that we are not a party to the land, or we are not a party to the case. So they have to get ejected. So, but I had to go to Galle and see, I had to deal with the police.
All right. Okay, so then you have to go to Galle. So then that can be settled, I suppose, because if we are planning to sell this land, so we have to get them ejected. So regarding the Galle land, we all are working, trying to sell it. I think the last offer was about 36 million. Ajit, you said it was 180 a perch, but the value, what was valued is 56 million. So if we can get at least 45 million, try to sell it. So that is, we should
Shirley,
so, and the other.
Shirley, give me 1 minute. The valuation, the valuer has given two valuations. One portion 275,000 per perch, and other portion 300,000 per perch. One side is 100 perches, other one is 106. But I don't know whether 100 is 275 or whether 100 is 300. That I can't exactly say. But yeah, okay, that I had given you all details. But the highest offer we got from a Galle chamber member, he had sent it long time ago as well. I think if I'm right, 185,000 per perch.
Yeah, that comes to here. So that is the offer, but I think we should try to sell it for more, because I hear that there is no other brand. So if you can market it for a undertaker or a funeral parlor like that, that is what I'm just talking to some of these brokers. So we see, and the next thing is the Tirukkovil land. Now there is an offer for 4 million. I think Kirti, myself, Pradeepan spoke together the other day, and we said it's good, that price is good. And there is this Sundaresh has a land, they are just next to it. They have offered 5 million for that and 4 million for ours. So I think both three of us almost agreed. So we want to put it to the board and get the approval to sell this land. And then the Gopalan will write to the secretaries, and we have to inform them. So we need the approval of the board to sell the land. Because if we sell it, we can put it aside into a bank account. So we can keep it. I mean, once we sell the Galle land also, and then we can think of even buying a property or whatever. So at the moment, it's critical we should sell the land, because I heard from Sundaresh that the government is looking for some training places, and they are eyeing these. They are his property building and this property building. So might as better to sell it and get the money. Kirti, what is the opinion of the board? Should we go ahead and sell this property?
You're talking the Tirukkovil one, no?
Tirukkovil one, yes, Tirukkovil one.
That
day when we had a joint meeting with strategy and risk, that we spoke about this, and then the recommendation was to sell, I think.
Kuladeepan, I checked with Kuladeepan also. he also said last time only 2 million offered, that's too little. He also said if there is 4 million, it is worth to sell because the thing is now the tendency is even that the previous chairman, what's his name, Shirley?
Sundaresan.
Yeah, Sundaresan.
Sundaresan.
He also spoke to me and he said now the guys are coming and taking all the things from there. His house also, people are coming and robbing things. It's very difficult and whatever the decision to tell him. So Kuladipan says 4 million is not a bad price.
Kirti,
Yeah.
as we are not there, we would approve this.
Yeah.
I would recommend that we get inform the registrar, put a board paper, and proceed with it, because whatever the president and the vice president, senior vice president says, and if Kuladipan, who is from that area, has said, we have no objection for selling it.
Yeah.
Utility of that money can be decided later, but we'll get the registrar's permission and proceed with it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We have
Thank
to,
you.
we have
I'm
to-
okay.
we have
I
to-
will vote for it. I'm
Yeah.
Right.
okay for that.
We have to
Thank you.
inform the
But my
registrar.
personal opinion is also like that. We will dispose because we are not
Okay,
going
then
there.
Gopalan, can you please now meet this? The decision is to sell it, and please do the formality, getting the approval from the registrar. Kirti, you can discuss that with Gopalan, how it should be done, and we can quickly, I will inform Sundaresan that today board meeting, we decided that we'll go ahead with the sale, that once it's formality of getting the approval from the registrar, we'll go ahead. So that's done. Thank you. And the other is our Secretary General's car. So we had to go get the board approval for that because I also personally feel, even Kirti feels that this is the best time to sell this car, is not to buy a one, but then we can rent a car for SG. And that money also will be handy. We can put it aside and we can decide what we are going to do. We have so many directors' liabilities. So I'm thinking about those. As you said, you mentioned EPF, ETF and all that has to be settled. And this is my, I think at the last meeting, strategy and risk, Oscar, we agreed with the recommendation was to sell it. So I need the board approval for that also.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay too. No problem.
Okay. Okay, then we decide to sell the car. Okay, then board decision is to sell that car and first rent a car for SG and then sell this car as soon as possible before the prices go down. This is a good time to sell. Okay, that's fine. And then, let me see. So 2 key things were taken up. And the other is,
Do you want me to present the World Food and SOIG and all that? I sent all this one quite some time back. Jeevan itself circulated. There's nothing much to explain there. No, it's very clear when you take the 2 columns,
Because of the today's times constraint, I want to take the decisions like this, and now it has to come to the AGM. So I thought there are important decisions like this that was taken now, that's fine. And auditor, and regarding the audited accounts, Kirti, we have to get it before the AGM, audited accounts. So that we will.
I sent the mail to you, copied to you, Ajit. We have to do the balance work.
Yeah. And the next comes, before Ajit presents, Ajit has to come with the IFC, the project, ongoing project progress. Before that, shall we take the date for the AGM?
Date for the AGM, are we to take, now if we take, and if the accounts is not finalized, where do we stand?
So then shall we take?
We have to then decide the date, maybe keeping about, say 1 month or something like that. So within 1 month, somehow we will finalize the what do you call this, the valuation and the other things, of course, all are there. Let Ajit comment. Ajit would have seen the email by now.
we had to ask Gopalan, there is a time period, I think stated in our articles of association, what is the minimum, the number of days we had to give. I think, and then we had to cover whatever the, even if we declare the AGM today, we had to see that we are covering that as well. Number two is, Ishan has sent a mail saying that regarding the mitigation plan, I think that is still we are doing the 2019, we are doing the audit as of 2019. We are in 2021 and we have clearly explained no point of me coming out with a mitigation plan based on the figures applicable to 2019. Also, the next one is coming within another 1 or 2 months time. So even Chamara Bandar accepted, but he has written it. Unfortunately, I think there is a communication gap between Chamara and Ishan, because no point of doing a mitigation plan based on the figures which is applicable to 2019. I think that we can sort out. Another matter is about the Norwegian, that the qualification, removal of that, we had been trying, I think for the last 2.5 years, we have been trying to collect information regarding the expenses. Actually, only 4 chambers, Ampara, Ratnapura, Hambantota, and Trincomalee had sent it, right? So they have said it is not enough because all in all, it would come to about 2.2 million. But Chamara says the board can still decide that if they really want to remove this one, actually the board can, by way of a board resolution, that can be done. But I think the Ishan, not the person we should discuss this matter. We had to have a meeting with Chamara, right? So it is there. And regarding the valuation at Payagala, actually this is, I mean, lot of delays on the part of the valuer. Difficult to catch him. He is also basically very busy person. He has enough businesses, I think. And also that area is infected with our 2 watchers who are operating from the area. And one watcher's family was under the quarantine this about 3 weeks back. So they said they cannot come out. And I need a carpenter to go, and because some doors were locked up and never opened, I think, since they closed down. So there should be a carpenter I have to find from them, from that area, to break the doors and fix new padlocks. Actually, there's a huge amount of furniture inside that, and also to clean up the place and to put arrange everything. But I think maybe if we can, even if we have the AGM within 1 month's time, I think within that period we should be able to do it. So give me some time. Actually, partly I am handicapped by due to the lack of my car. What I am now trying to do is there is a electronic guy. He comes and adjusts whenever I want to come to work or to go to a meeting. He adjusts it so that I can go, but it is a very temporary solution. And I had to basically have a car, rent a car, and then to go for that to attend this meeting, because this is situated in Payagala. I had to maybe run about 2-3 days for this project.
Okay, yeah, somehow try to do it. So we will sort it out. The Shirley, you know, her computer something restart or something like that. She will join. She wants me to go ahead until then. So what now we decide, you know, like now the issue is, you know, I also told, you know, 2 people to send some quotations for vehicles. These days, since a lot of guys are coming from abroad, you know, there is a bit of a shortage on vehicles. We will, shall we decide on this meeting upper limit for the vehicle, and, you know, then when, as soon as we get, you know, something, you know, we will go ahead with that.
I'm okay with it. Another thing, as long as Ajit is all right, see to get these accounts done and this thing, if you had to go 2 times, even if you use a Uber, it would cost about 7,000 rupees a trip, keeping for 8 hours. So that's another option we have. Otherwise, as soon as he can rent a car, he can proceed with it.
Yes,
we are okay with that. We have no issue.
Ajit, one guy will send, I spoke to another, the previous car sale guy who was here in Kotte. He said, he will send me, but he has, bigger cars, which is very expensive. But the smaller cars are in heavy demand right now. But he will send some. He said he can offer one car for 65,000. And one he has for 80,000 and all that. I said send all, so we will take a decision.
Yeah,
So-
okay, and thank you, Kirti. And I must say that, sorry, I can't go on Uber or public transport. I told you in this morning also. If I am not using my car, I only use my son's car, because I don't want to take a single chance, even the 5 minutes risk, even the 5% risk, sorry, I cannot take it. And within my family, whatever we are using in common, but I don't go in public transport, or I will not get into another person's car. And even if Shirley asks me to go in her car, I will say no, probably I will give the germ to you, or you will give the germ to me. So sorry, I am taking so much of precautions, because the very bad situation. Every day we hear that somebody is dying, so I think, sorry, I will wait for the rent a car. And I think Kirti's suggestion is very good. If you can fix a 60 or 65, that's no problem. And I will take it, and I will get it sanitized and, de-infected, and I will take it. Okay, thank you.
Kirti, can we soon fix this car so that we can sell?
Yeah, no, he also can look for vehicles. Then we also will look for all the board members also. If you have any of your contacts, tell them to send quotations in the federation contact details and email to us. So then, or either get the email to you and pass it on. So then we can get Ajit to use it. So we'll get the approval at this board. The maximum level we should go up to that one and hire a car. So then, of course, the moment that there is one available, Ajit can go ahead with that.
So what is the maximum approval, so that we don't have to wait till another board meeting? So if everybody says, I don't think we can get anything less than 60, I don't think.
Shall we say 70 maximum?
70 maximum, yes. I think we will work on that. Ajit, you also said that you have told that person who is having vehicles to give another quotation, no? The one vehicle went. Okay, then we'll work on that fast. And the next strategies, I don't think, do we have to talk about because we can skip the PR because Ananga is not here. So there's no point talking about it. So the next strategy we discussed was the Norwegian. So Norwegian, we have been discussed. Now we have discussed, Kirti explained to us. And this AGM, what did we decide? What did we decide on the AGM?
AGM, no, we didn't discuss the date. We had to get the accounts cleared first. So I think leaving room for that about a month and decide the date. So then no issue, no. No, Ajit
what is the date?
Said within about a month we can sort it out. The
end of January.
Yeah.
Yeah, end of January is okay for me.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. What is can we think of the date now? A week should be a work weekday, no?
Yes, weekday.
Like a Friday. People will like to come to Colombo on a Friday. So can we think of the date? Kirti, can you look for what is the last Friday of January? Shall we tentatively fix that? That will work towards it.
Last one is the 28th.
28th, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take
Shall
28th. No, then we have
20.
Yeah.
We have time so then we will work towards it, getting the accounts ready, everything. Yeah. So then we'll put it 28th. Yeah. Gopalan, so we have decided on 28th of January for.
Yeah, again, there's a small problem. Only 6 people are there, 6 directors are there. Mr. Darshaka, I think he has gone off.
We have almost taken a lot of everything, no? Decided.
Yeah, those things are okay.
the
That's not
AGM
only-
date, is it okay?
No, we'll get him to rejoin again. Darshan.
No, he left after we spoke of this.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
anyway,
So then
date is,
28 January,
Yeah.
up to that, we are okay.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
almost took
Yes.
decisions to most of the important things. So that's why only thing was Ajit couldn't present the work in progress. So that, of course, then we'll keep it for next time.
This
We
AGM,
know whatever-
President AGM, you have to give 15 days notice, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
yeah, we put it for January, no? That's the reason.
In January,
28
no,
January.
So are we getting the accounts and all that by then?
we
We
have to
have to
somehow
work
get it.
to get in now. They have almost finished the accounts. There are 2 or 3. We have to
Yeah,
do
I mean,
the,
at least the audited statements.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, audited accounts, to finish that, they wanted some documents. One is the, that Payagala things, that has to be done. So I think you can do it before that. And they wanted some documents which we discussed a little while ago. I'm sure we will be able to give those and finish it and get the accounts. We have to get the accounts to go for the AG. So we'll work towards that. Otherwise,
Shirley, I will leave. One more thing, like what Ajit said about this labor matter, whatever, if
Yeah.
he can file a report at the next board meeting, then we are aware of that.
labor matter for the Payagala thing.
No, labor matter is whatever our ETF, EPF or something. Ajit said he has spoken.
All
that.
right, okay.
Actually, my advice, of course, still write to the Commission of Labor, because this verbal thing can be leading to unnecessary issues. I'm still, of course, my view. That's what I want to mention during the minutes also. To write to them, it's better that way, please. Madam President, in fact, I also have to leave. I have another meeting to attend to. I
Okay, I know.
informed in advance.
Before that, if we sell the car, we can close that.
Actually, we can write to them.
Yeah, that's
and
what I want.
Say
Some more
to remove the penalties. And if we can find some money by selling something, and then we can pay that off and finish the liability. That becomes a liability for the directors also. So
So I
that's
think that is what I
best
am
thing to
thinking
do.
of. That is what I want to sell car soon. And at least 1.3 million we have to pay for the 1.5 also for the EPF. So then we can clear it. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Okay.
Thanks. And I
Right.
think we went through everything, and except him for the work in progress, everything else we have discussed. Thank you very much.
Abbas, are you there?
Abbas is there, ne?
No. We can discuss something on the,
Yeah.
we can conclude the meeting.
Yeah.
Abbas,
But
are
you
you
want
there?
to resolve a half regarding the industry program?
Abbas,
Okay.
what's the muted? Ne? Abbas, are you there?
I'm sorry, I got disconnected. Are we?
No, Abbas. Of course, the meeting we concluded.
Right.
We are there. I thought, I'll have a chat with you since we have finished this meeting early.
Okay.
About the industry 4.0 thing.
Right. Okay.
I'll stop the recording. Also, no need the recording. No.
Sure.
So then, what we can do is, you just know the list of companies. So then I will send it to you. I will send you the correspondence that I had with the Ministry of Industries, and finally, Ministry of Industries itself communicated and they said that any information required with regard to the event to contact me.
Okay.
And went on that basis. Now we have put a Google form there.
Sure.
Just to get the names and stuff like that.
Sure.
If you're okay, I think the same thing can be used. You know, you can modify according to your this thing. We can use the same Google form itself, and you know, you
Sure.
get the companies to register. I will ask you
it.
to send me the list first, then I will immediately send. I'll copy you also with the
Sure.
with this Dr. Ramanathan and ask whether accommodating all these guys, you know, then he has to get ready little differently to address those areas also. That's all. Other than that,
That's right.
seems all
Right.
okay.
No problem. I have anyway sent you the link of the award ceremony on the chat. If you can just go and check it, you'll get an idea about what it was all about.
Right.
It gives
No, I
an
saw on the I saw on the news also. It was a big kind
Yes.
of show, and
Yeah.
of course, you know, there is something now. For an example, now it had gone to like, I mean, Industry 4.0 used in like various industries like airline and all that.
Yeah.
Now, just to share some experience, man, they have gone into the extent of now most of the aircraft,
Sure.
the engines
Yeah.
has become separate. You know, the General Electric, you know, they don't sell an engine any longer.
No.
They sell of course, you know, they give the engine, but only thing is they have a service contract with the airline.
That's right. Yes.
What they do is, now for an example, we'll say flight is taking off at Sydney, coming to Singapore. By the time that it starts, you know, taking off to landing in Singapore, huge amount of data being produced, processed, and the General Electric guys can see all what is happening inside there. So then what they do is they immediately send a report to the Singapore technical crew, what has to be checked, what has to be done with regard to the, now generally most of the aircraft has about 4 motors now. What are they going to do about the 4 motors? What are the suspected areas? They will say the motor number 1, no issue at all. There is nothing to check. Everything functions so well. Then the second one, they will say this, you know, better check. So then what happens is the airline will have the peace of mind, and, you know, they can go one step ahead and say our engines are the superb and it was maintained by the manufacturer itself all the time.
Yeah.
So that it had gone to that. Now, these are the new things, which is, I mean, even though it's not an airline, another supplier can think of the same things, how they can apply with their existing business.
That's right. That's
I mean, it is
there
not
is,
a case.
there is a lot of interesting stuff. I'm sure there is so much that can be done. But the only challenge is not many companies know how to go about it.
True,
What
true.
is the first step? What is the second step? What is the third step?
Actually, that is the part really we are doing now. We did an online survey, and, you know, we told, of course, you know, we gave 8 determinants and told, you know, you better get all the people within your organization,
sure,
technical expertise into certain areas, HR expertise into some areas, then the software guys into one other area, and discuss each and every determinant and see how good you are. Like the very basic one is they do not have a proper, like we'll say, for an example, with regard to the IT. They do not use, you know, they use only a few laptops and computers only, no network, proper network, or not, nothing. That sort is their meaning. So they are 0 level.
Yeah.
So then,
I'm unfortunately, there was a 4 o'clock meeting that I had sent a message on. Those guys need to come. If you can just excuse me, can I call you sometime later on and we'll discuss it? Anyway, I'm going to share this thing with you. I'll have a quick meeting with the other guys also who are involved in this conclave and awards.
Okay.
And what I would like to see is whether we can, as a So we've also given, there is this guy called Salim Ismail, who's supposed to be a global, he had worked for Yahoo and all that. He was supposed to be a famous global kind of expert on digitization and on what they call these organizations which are kind of multiplier effect through digitization.
Okay.
So he's also he is also given this program free of charge, training program free of charge for all the winners.
Yeah.
But I would also like to see if we can do this program, if we can bring them, those winners into this program as well.
Sure.
So,
Will do.
so
We'll
let's
definitely do. Yeah.
let's see how we can discuss it. I'll have a quick chat with the others,
Yeah.
and then I'll connect you on a WhatsApp.
Sure. Now, since I was at that program, that APO program, I have
Maybe we can
contacts with the presenters there also. So like, I mean, we can do a better one really now.
Lovely.
Right.
Lovely.
Okay, Abbas.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Darshaka.